Hi, good morning, guys, and welcome to my Bajerski YouTube channel. Welcome to your channel where we try and help each other lift ourselves up from day to day. Sometimes we feel down, sometimes we feel elevated, sometimes we feel inspired to be able to conquer the world and to make a difference. These are the roller coaster of emotions that we all go through from day to day. A lot of the times that I noticed in life that people feel down is because they feel as if they are not good enough or they don't have abilities that other people have. And it's kind of like it's something that I've seen in most people. I think that the reason why we feel kind of low, because it's all the low self-esteem, or it's because we feel that we're not good enough or we're not as good as somebody else. And over this decade, I've been working here in the academy to shake that away from anybody who steps through this door, because that's utter nonsense. It's an absolute joke. And people who do that normally are people who are trying to create something that you believe, that you feel that you can't ever achieve, or it's their gift and not yours. And I think when I say to you that we all have gifts, what I mean by that is that I believe that we keep coming back here, and you'll see a child start playing a piano and the mother would say, I've never taught my child how to play a piano. I've witnessed this before, but I've also witnessed many things that children do, like they can start drawing and they can draw something so amazing that you would ask, where did this talent, this gift comes from? Well, I know from past experience now that we've been here many times before after doing healing sessions on people, and they say that, my God, I've just seen this while I was in a deep meditative state while you were healing me, and oh my God, I've realized that I've been here before. And so in this kind of field of work, because you're working in this magical, beautiful state where the dark underlying energy of how we're suppressed out there, you start to realize very quickly that outside is manipulating you every day through advertising, through social conditioning, through ego within people who try to tell you that they're better than you, or they're a guru, or I know this because of and I am gifted because of this, and I was born with this gift. That, dear friends, is all utter nonsense. 4 days in this academy and you knock on the door and you look like this. I don't know why I'm here. I have a big smile on my face and say, I know exactly why you're here. So in 4 days, the transformation of you not knowing why you're here to becoming the most amazing healer and confident, and you realize that nothing can stop you, that there's nothing that you can't do, changes you instantly in them 4 days into walking out of the door and realizing that you are equal to anybody who claims that they have a gift. You can achieve anything in your life. So, if I had a dream, it would be to have an academy in every single town, in every single city, in the whole of the world. I would dream of this kind of guiding that I could place this in every school, because all I would need is probably 6 weeks with children to change the chip of what social conditioning does to them, to suppress them. And I would make them into warriors, into entrepreneurs, into the gifted, amazing souls that they are. They wouldn't be bullying anymore. They wouldn't be heartache and suffering. They would be stronger to be able to go home and help their mums and dads elevate their energy. But hey ho, that's life. We have to do our best wherever we are. And we have to be the lighthouse for others. And because you're watching this today, I know that it's not a coincidence. You're here because you're listening to certain words or keywords that's going to elevate you or make you think about what you need to do for your future. So whatever path you take in your life, you're always going to be led to certain places where you will be elevated if you choose to elevate yourself. And the only way we can lift our spirit, lift ourself, know thyself, is by basically saying enough is enough out there. I need to change the way I am because I don't feel balanced. I don't feel who I am. I don't feel whatever's going on in the world or whatever's going on in me is right. There's something either missing or something that needs to be filled. There's a hole that needs to be filled inside my heart, or there's just something that I recognize within others that I don't have myself. I call it the divine spark. And the only way you can create the divine spark is by focusing on yourself and saying, enough is enough, and cutting cords from certain people, from certain situations, from a job that may not be helping elevate you, or a certain place where you live because the energy is low, or the people around you are all in that very energy that will never change. So the divine spark is always within us, but it's really up to us when we say to ourselves, you know what, my life is far more important than all the suffering that I'm feeling around everybody else. And you can stagnate in that energy and live the rest of your life like that, and that's fine. You can do that. Or you can say, you know what, this sacrifice I'm taking is for me, and it is a sacrifice because you have to let a lot of things go that you wouldn't normally because you're a kind, caring soul. So it is a challenge, it is difficult, but if you can always say to yourself, you know what, why am I here? What is my life purpose? Okay, I might not know what it is, but I know what I don't want. I don't want this life anymore. I need to change my life. And by saying that, you're speaking to your higher self, you're speaking to your spirit. And at that moment, it's like, and I say your higher self, your spirit is connected to your heart. And that is like a direct microphone to the spirit world, and they hear this, and that's when they're able to help you when you're ready, when we call it the awakening. You're not awakened, but you're awakening now. So now you're starting to understand, feel, see, sense the bigger picture, that there's something wrong around me and outside there, and I need to work on me and elevate myself. And thus you become a lighthouse, and that energy of lighthouse then shines for everybody else. Therefore, people will feel that and hopefully grow from that. You're not doing it for other people, you're doing it for yourself, and then it's up to other people to fix themselves. So you're watching this, I might be your lighthouse today. You might then take that ripple effect energy and put it into motion, and then become the lighthouse for other people to see, and then they take that action and continue. And thus this is how we create spiritual flow. And I think that's it really. Putting pressure on yourself to try and fix everybody is a sure slippery slope to depression, sadness, and feeling lost. You can't fix anybody. You probably already know that, and you've heard me say it, right? Well, you can't fix anybody, but you can work on yourself to your higher self. So maybe today you start today and start to look at what's important. And the best place to look is within yourself. When I say look, I mean feel. Listen to every single thought from today, every feeling. And whenever you feel something, sit down and just listen to that. Stand back from it, look at it, and say, how can I create a future to be able to either fulfill what I'm feeling or clear away what needs to be cleared? And then you're working on yourself. And it's funny, you start smiling a lot more because you realize then that I'm actually listening to me for the first time, because most of the time you don't listen to yourself. Sorry to say, you don't. You think you do, but you don't. And the only time that you do listen to yourself is when you're in a bad mood and angry, because you know that your spirit's been trying to tell you something, and it takes so much for you to get it. And normally it's when something bad happens and then you get angry with yourself. Well, you know what? Stop getting angry with yourself. Start to listen to yourself now. Stop what you're doing. Stop what you think you need to do and start listening to you. Make that the priority today. Make your life and your happiness and your new spiritual path the most important thing in your life. And I promise you, your life will change and you will feel happier every day. Once you clear the energy of you thinking that you're being selfish, too, that you're doing it for your higher self because you want to be here and help others and shine a light and become more aware of why you're here and what's the whole point of life, then it's great, because then, I'm putting myself first, and it's amazing. It's amazing. And has anything changed for me because I've become what you may think is selfish, which it isn't? Yeah, lots of things have changed. I've created a beautiful life with beautiful people, and my children are happier now than they've ever been. My family, who are no longer in my life, they're getting on with their life. I haven't changed their life in any way to make them feel worse or better, so everything continues around me. So really, Mark, you know what? Even when you stop doing what you used to do before for everybody else, life goes on. Life continues. And I say it, and I'll say it to you time and time again. If you left this world today, do you think that life would stop? Do you think your children or your family or your loved ones would stop and everything would go wrong? No, they would continue, because the spirit continues. Whoever they are, whether they feel bad, good, happy, sad, doesn't matter. They continue their journey with or without you. So sometimes letting people go is a wonderful thing. And if they truly, truly love you, then they would understand wholeheartedly that you are now going to find yourself and to be the happiest person that you can be. And if they don't understand that, it's because they're selfish and they're fearful, because they've been so used to you being there. But that's good, because that then helps them become more aware of what they need to do because of their fears. So really, when you work on yourself and let others go, you're allowing them to work on themselves and become the stronger they need to be. Disregard whether they're happy or sad with you. That's not the point. At the end of the day, the sadness and the anger they may hold towards you because you're now finding your path is their fears. So it's nothing to do with you. Always remember that you are a beautiful soul. Always remember that whatever you do for the good for others. You are a lighthouse. You have gifts. You are the most amazing soul. But there are times that you have to let things go to be able to find the gifts and why you're here. So today, make this video your day, your moment. And trust that when you let everything go and work on yourself, that not only are you finding your higher self, but you are also helping everybody around you. Don't ever fear your beautiful flow and your gifts that are about to come into your world right now, because you decided to focus yourself as the number one and beautiful energy in this world, which you are. Damn right you are. Love you all. Have a great day, guys. I mean that. Have a great day. Go and do something amazing for you and keep that going every day. And soon you'll realize, wow, I am worth it. And you are worth it. Look at me. Look in my eyes. You are worth every single moment you give yourself. Love you all.